Mosquitoes are more than just annoying insects that bite. They have a fascinating and complex life cycle. This journey begins in stagnant water, where their transformation from tiny eggs to flying adults takes place through 4 distinct and well-defined stages of biological development and growth. After mating, a female mosquito seeks a blood meal to provide the necessary nutrients for her eggs to develop properly. She carefully searches for a suitable location, usually a still body of water, where her offspring can safely grow and thrive without being washed away by currents. The female mosquito deposits her eggs directly onto the surface of stagnant water, often in organized clusters called rafts. These rafts can contain hundreds of tiny, dark eggs that float together, protected from predators and the subtle movements of the surrounding water environment during their incubation period. Each individual egg is shaped like a tiny cigar and is incredibly resilient to various environmental changes. Depending on the specific species and the ambient temperature, these eggs will remain on the water's surface for about 24 to 48 hours before they are finally ready for hatching. When the conditions are just right, the eggs hatch, and tiny creatures called larvae emerge into the water. This transition marks the beginning of their aquatic life, as they immediately start swimming and searching for food to fuel their rapid growth and eventual transformation into the next stage. Mosquito larvae are commonly known as wrigglers because of the energetic way they move their bodies to swim through the water. They usually stay near the surface, using a specialized breathing tube called a siphon to take in essential oxygen from the air above the water's surface. These larvae are voracious eaters, consuming microscopic organisms, algae, and organic matter found in the water. As they eat, they grow quickly and must shed their hard outer skins, a process called molting, 4 times during this active and busy developmental stage before they can become pupae. After the 4th molt, the larva undergoes a dramatic physical change and enters the pupal stage of its life. This transformation is a critical turning point where the insect prepares for its final life form, moving away from its worm-like appearance to something entirely new and more complex. The pupa, often referred to as a tumbler, is comma-shaped and does not feed at all during this unique phase. Instead, it remains very active in the water, tumbling downward when it feels disturbed and then floating back to the surface to breathe through its specialized respiratory trumpets. Inside the protective pupal casing, a miraculous process of metamorphosis occurs as the body of the larva is completely reorganized. Tissues are broken down and rebuilt into the legs, wings, and complex eyes of an adult mosquito within just a few short days under the water's surface. Once the internal development is complete, the pupal skin splits along the back, and the adult mosquito begins to crawl out carefully. This is a vulnerable moment, as the insect must balance on the water's surface without drowning while it slowly frees itself from the old casing. After emerging, the adult mosquito rests on the surface of the water or nearby vegetation for a short period. It must wait patiently for its wings to dry and its exoskeleton to harden before it can take its very first flight into the open air to find food. Now fully developed, the mosquito takes to the sky, ready to begin its life as a flying insect. Males will primarily feed on nectar for energy, while females will soon begin the search for a host to start the entire biological cycle once again by laying new eggs. The life cycle of a mosquito is a continuous loop of birth, growth, and transformation that ensures their survival across the globe. Understanding these stages is essential for managing their populations effectively and protecting public health from the many diseases they can potentially carry and spread to humans.